Hello, welcome to episode 146 in the Datapack Resource Pack tutorial series 1.2, 1.4. We're going to be doing very basic language files and translations, just sort of like an introduction. So if the player is playing with English turned on, they see things in English. And for my example, I'm going to use Spanish. If they have Spanish turned on, they will see things in Spanish. Okay, now I do have a data pack for this, but it's not really needed. The language translations are all done by the resource pack. But let's start with the data pack. So we'll go to the data pack, and I've got a very simple one here. I've got data, dplang for my namespace, function, and we're going to give myself a sword. So let's get a command for that. And I'm just going to use give the nearest player. And I'll do an iron sword. Okay, that's not right. There we go. And let's give it an item name. Item name equals, and let's say apostrophe apostrophe. In there we'll put some curly brackets, and we'll say text, and let's say N for name, just so I don't have to think of stuff, and my sword, because we're going to put some law, and I'm just going to put L for law. Make it nice and easy. Okay, so let's give it some law as well. Law equals open and close square, just a couple of apostrophes. We'll have an open and close curlies, and in there we will have text. And this will say L for law, my sword. Okay, let's try that. Save. So we go back to Minecraft, we do a reload, we run the function, give sword, and I've got a sword, and it's called N. How do I look at it? It's called N my sword, and the law is L my sword. Okay, that's pretty simple. Right, let's make a few little changes. What we're going to do is change text to translate. Text to translate, and text to translate. Okay, now we're going to run this first. So we'll test this first and see if it's made any difference. So let's get rid of that one. And let's do a reload. And we'll run the function again. And the result is exactly the same. Okay, so what's happened is it says, oh, you want to translate this. Okay, what's your key? Your key is N my sword, and it's gone off into my resource pack, and it's tried to find that key. Now, I haven't made the resource pack yet, so it's not found it, and it's just gone, oh, well, I can't find it. I'll just put this in instead. Okay, so let's give this a bit more of a sensible name. So I think I will prefix it with ID for me, internal device, and we'll say it's an item. And I'll say it's the item, well, what should we say? Should we say it's the item my sword? Or we should put a name there as well. Okay, so that's what I'm going to call my key. It's to do with infernal device. It's an item. Its name is my sword. Okay, now you can call that whatever you like, but it's a good idea to have some sort of naming convention. I mean, you don't want to call this the big fat red cat, because that's not going to be very helpful when you're looking through the translation file. Now I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to put it over here. And this time it will be id.item. Let's say law. Okay, let's save that. Now it's going to go off to my resource pack, and it's going to look for that key. So if we just did a reload there, or now, it's not going to find that key. And it's just going to put that as the name. Okay, so let's go off to the resource pack and create the key. Now, I am currently using, which language am I using? I should be using English American, English US. So that language file is EN_US. In fact, let's look at the wiki page for language. There are a lot of languages. Hopefully it's in alphabetical order. It is. That's nice. So I'm using this one. English US. So the file name is ENUS. Now you have two file names here. There's one here and there's one here. Now let's look up at what they actually are. In-game. That's the one we want. In-game. We don't want the ISO 639-3 because it won't work. So if you put AFR underline capital Z capital A, it's not going to work. You need the in-game one. So I'm going to need to create the language file ENUS. Well, it already exists in vanilla. I don't want to create my own. I want to add to it. We're not creating our own language. You can create your own. I mean, you can have Shakespearean, Klingon, lolcat, pirate speak even. There's loads. We are just going to add to the existing one. Now, since we're adding to the Minecraft one, let's shrink down. Let's get the resource pack. So here's my resource pack. We will have, there's our pack MC method. Let's just look at that quickly, just in case you've not seen them before. We have assets, Minecraft, lang. So we're in the Minecraft, so we're going to be overriding or adding to the Minecraft vanilla files. We're going to go into the lang, and we will create a new text document, and we'll name it that file name, which was enus.json. Yes, please. Okay, let's open that. Right, now in here we will open. This will be our key. If it finds that key, this will be our text. So let's say for the text, let's say name. This is my sword. And what key did we put? We put ID. Then we said it was an item. Then we said, did we do name next? And then it was my sword. Now, it has to match, because it's going to come and look for that, so it's best to double check. Let's go and have a look. In fact, what we'll do is we'll just cut or copy and paste. ID, item, name, my sword. Copy that name. And we'll take it back to here, and we'll paste it in. It looks right anyway, but we'll paste it in. Paste. Okay, so now it's going to come into our resource pack, and it's going to find that. Let's add the lore as well. Let's copy that line. Paste it in. So this one we had ID, item, lore, my sword. And it's the last one in the list, so it doesn't have a comma. And we'll change that to an L just so we can tell them apart. Cool. Now, I would advise putting things in alphabetical order. Just keep it tidy. You're going to hate yourself if you don't keep things tidy. So let's put that one above that one. Now, it's not happy because the last one has the comma. And this one doesn't. This one needs the comma now, and this one has it removed. Okay, now if you need to find something, you're going to be able to find it quicker because you've planned ahead and you've put it all in alphabetical order. So we should have added that to the Minecraft en_us language file. And that is what I'm using at the moment. So let's do a little check. Let's say done there. Done. Back to game. Now, I'll have to... Options, resource packs. Okay, my resource pack is already enabled. Done. Done. Back to game. So let's do F3 and T to reload the resource pack. Let's have a look at the sword. This is my sword. L, this is my sword. Okay, so now we can change things. This is my sword as well. Now we can change things in this file. Let's do F3T to reload the resource pack. This is my sword as well. Cool. Definitely working. That's nice. Right. So if the player is currently set to English, they are going to see these. Let's pick a different language. We'll go for Spanish. So let's go to the wiki and let's have a look for Spanish. So it should probably be ES, Espanol. Oh, we've got lots. Okay, so we've got Argentinian, Chilean, Ecuadorian, European. I'll pick European. So let's do ES. Okay, ES_ES. Let's go to our resource pack and let's copy this EN_US. Copy paste. And let's change its name to ES_ES. Okay. So now, if they pick Spanish, it's going to come in here. Spanish. Esta es mi espada. Esta es mi espada. There you go. Yeah, I think that's right. Es mi espada will do. Oh, mi español es horrible, lo siento. Let's paste that in there. And we'll save that. Let's go back. Let's do a reload. F3T, reload the resource pack, because we haven't made any changes to the data pack. Okay. Let's have a look at our item. Estres mi espada. Oh, did I change the wrong one? Look. I changed to US. Oh, that was very silly. Okay. So, we have it the wrong way round. We have the Spanish in the English file, and we have the English in the Spanish file. Well, that is just very silly. So let's take away this little bit of English here from the Spanish file. Let's go off and paste them round the right way. Little simple mistake. Save the Spanish one. Copy. Save the English one. And we'll go back and we'll do F3T. So now we have, I am English, I am seeing this is my sword. Cool. But maybe I'm not English. Maybe I don't play with English. Maybe I play with language. And we have to pick the same one we just edited. So we need Español, España. Done. Hecho. Volver al juego. Let's have a look. Now it says Esta es mi espada. Okay. So now Spanish people can read, this is my sword. And English people can read, this is my sword. So it works. Funcione. Excelente. Okay, so that was just a little basic introduction to the language files and translations. I think there's more they can do, but we're keeping it simple. So now you have the ability to add translations to your map. This came about because Yoshiko said to me, you know, if you can do translations, or I'm happy to translate your map. And I thought, wow, that's very cool. But going through my data packs for my map that I'm making in the devlog series would be a nightmare to find all the text. And I thought, you know, why not see how translations are done? Make it much easier. If they're going to put the effort in to do it, which I'm unbelievably grateful for, then surely I can put some effort in to make it a bit easier for them to do it. So now, the idea being, if you want to change all the words, all you have to do is come into the language file and all the text will be there. So they can just go down the language file and say, this is my sword. Okay, I need to change this. Nice and easy. And you can then add any other languages you like. So you just go to the list. You say, okay, I want to add pirate speak, ENPT. Okay, let's try it. Why not, for fun? Waffle. ENPT, pirate speak. So we'll need a new one. Let's copy one of these. Let's call it ENPT. Let's make sure we open that one. I was going to put UR, but I suppose that would be farmer speak, so we'll just go R. Me sword be hearty. Is that what pirates say? Avast. Avast. There we go. That's pirates. That's what pirates say. Let's save that. And let's have a look. Opciones, idioma, we need pirate speak now. Oh, there it is. Cool, good, because there's quite a few. Let's try that one. Hecho. Oh, plundered. I assume that's what I pressed to go back. Return to the battle. Okay, what's my sword called now? Oh, the name is Avast. And the law is, me sword be hearty. Okay. Why not? There we go. We've done a few translations. So all we have to do is change the translation file. We don't have to change anything in our data pack. The name is just going to update as the player decides what language they want. Cool. Right, I've waffled enough. I'll let you go. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.